Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Boys Podcast. Today is episode 14 in this ongoing series where we slowly lose our sanity each week.
Heck yes.
So, Kenny, do you know when the last time you were on the podcast was?
Like 2 weeks ago?
No, it was like
3 weeks ago?
It was like about a month ago.
That's the last time we did a podcast, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like March 4th or 3rd.
Then you did a podcast with Sarek last week. 2 weeks ago, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that today, though. Because today, we're going to be talking about April Fools.
Wow. Yay.
Do you like April Fool's Day?
It's just a normal day for me, so
okay,
I'm indifferent towards it.
I see. All right. For me, I always go into April Fool's Day with the mindset to not get tricked, but then I somehow end up still getting tricked. And for instance, would you like to hear a story about this morning and how I fell for two of them within a minute of each other?
Yeah, you know I do.
Okay. So, on YouTube, there's this one channel I watch called Dead Meat, and it's about a guy who covers kill counts for horror movies. And today, he put one up for Infinity War, which isn't a horror movie. And I was like, oh, wow. All right. Is it just going to be like snaps the fingers and they all dust away, or half of them dust away? And I click on it, and no, it's a fake out to some random other thing. And I was like, haha, April Fools, I get it. And I immediately, like within 10 seconds, I click on Good Mythical Morning's new video where they open it up saying that they're going to be eating food that has been created with cells that are invisible. And I was like, whoa, is this like a dream technology world or something? And then they unwrap this invisible burrito, and I'm like, oh, wait.
You're an idiot.
So yeah, that was my experience with it today, at least.
Oh, yeah, and I had no experience with it today.
Did you? No?
No, nobody pranks, bro. We all prank outside of April Fools.
Nobody pranks on April Fool's
Day. Because everybody's expecting it on April Fool's Day, you know? So.
Yeah, I feel ya. Were you ever the victim of an April Fool's joke?
There was one time with a whoopee cushion that's the only time I've ever been pranked on April Fools.
Can you tell us more about this whoopee cushion?
It was like 6. I want to say it was like it was either 6th or 7th grade. Pretty sure it was 6. One of my pals brought a whoopee cushion to school, and when we came inside from recess, he slipped it on my chair, and when I sat down, I let a big old fat one rip. And
how'd you feel after that happened?
I thought it was pretty funny.
You didn't cry?
No, I didn't cry. I don't cry when I get pranked, bro.
Really?
No.
Because I have an MP4 video here that begs differently.
Yeah, does it?
Yes. I remember I've been pranked a couple times when I was young. One of them was more traumatic than the other. So I was probably, I'd say, I don't know, however old you are when you're in 2nd grade, 7, 8 maybe. And
yeah.
So it's April Fool's Day, and I apparently didn't know it was April Fool's Day. And my sister comes in and she's like, so Samuel, since you're such an awesome brother, I thought that I would actually do something nice for you. So what I did is I went out and I bought you a trampoline. And at this point in my life, I was like super into trampolines, as all kids were, you know? Like, trampolines are the coolest. So I'm like, I start crying and hugging her and being like, thank you so much. And then she's like, April Fools. And I started crying.
First off, I think you were the only kid who who went through that phase where trampolines. You were super into trampolines.
You
bro.
didn't like trampolines when you were a kid?
It's not that I didn't like them, but I wasn't like, oh, they're amazing.
Well, you had one, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm calling ad hominem on this one. Let's see. Anything else you want to add to that story I had?
No.
All right. There's another time where
another one.
Yeah, this was. It very well could have been the same day. It might have been a year earlier. It was either that day or 1 year before this day on April Fool's. I remember. I was younger, I think, or maybe it was the same day. But again, I was stupid. I mean, I still am. Let's face it. But I was oblivious to April Fools, and all these kids come up to me during recess, and they're like, "Hey Samuel, I'm so sorry that your mom died this morning." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, she got killed in a car accident." I started crying.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
That's not even a prank. That's fucked up.
Dude, it is. And I went home, and when my mom picked me up, I started crying because I was so relieved to see her. And then I asked her if I could do the same to those kids next year, and she said no, that I'd get in trouble if I told them that their parents were dead.
That's kind of fucked up. Kids are fucked up, dude.
Dude,
they
kids
told you that?
Yeah,
they told
dude.
you that for
dude,
real?
Okay, off story. This isn't an April Fool's one, but you know how I was a square in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like that in grade school too. I remember in first grade, we had a table and like these little plastic chairs around it, and whenever we were done there, we were always told to take the chairs and like stack them up against the wall in the back or whatever. And so I have the last chair, and I'm putting it on the top, and then this little effer kid, I'm not going to say his name because he's still on my hit list. Can't have him know that I'm still coming for him.
Does it start with a B?
I don't know what letter.
B.
No.
As in boy.
No. He wasn't even at the school at this time. He came way later. And
right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm being responsible and putting the chairs up, and then this little, basically this kid pulls the chairs onto me and like crushes me with the chairs. And then
shouts April Fools.
And then but the teacher comes in and starts yelling at me and thinks that I did it all wrong. And this same kid accused me of building a gun out of Legos before he even knew what a gun was. It was pretty traumatic. I'll say that.
Samuel built a gun out of Legos.
That's seriously what happened. And I'm like, no, it's a crane. And she's like, no, it's a gun.
It's a crane.
I pay to go here. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
God. Oh, gosh. It wasn't a good time. I'm trying to think if I've ever April Fool's somebody. I don't think I have. Like, not, well, I'm sure I have, but just like not in
a big way.
Oh, I did do an April Fool's one time. Was that April Fool's? I think I did it as an early April Fool's, but I took a picture of a certain person in the class above us and put a love confession on it and put it into a girl's locker as if it was from him.
Wow.
That was pretty lit. That was a good laugh. Besides that, though, no, I don't think I did anything.
Never pulled anything grand?
No. But when does an April Fool's prank go too far?
It depends on who you are. I mean, some people might think that faking a pregnancy is too far.
Mm-hmm.
but me personally, I don't think that any prank is too far.
I'm sure I could definitely think of some that would be considered too far for you.
Okay, watching anime is too far.
Well, that's not an April Fool's prank. That's actually gonna happen. So.
No.
Yes. You have no thoughts about it. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I pay to go here.
I pay. I pay the rent. You watch the hent. Except it's not hentai.
No. If it was hentai,
it's not.
I would off myself in my closet right now.
Wow, thanks for the suggestion. I'll make sure to.
Fuck.
No, yeah. No, I couldn't do that because we wouldn't be able to upload it then onto YouTube.
Oh, thank God.
Reacting to
YouTube's high standards finally save me.
Yeah, it's going to be the only time it saves you. Because, should we tell everybody what happened to us today with YouTube?
We got copy striked like 4 times.
Yeah, by this idiot, like this dumbass
By this Russian guy.
Yeah, he's claiming Detroit Become Human gameplay as his own. And it was a manual copyright too. It wasn't even automatic. So instead of like disputing it and everything, because we tried, we just took the videos down and re-uploaded them again. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag loopholes.
Yeah, ain't gonna let the man keep us down.
And I still have them, so if he copy strikes him again, you're just going right
We're
back
just gonna
up.
keep it going. Can't beat the pain train.
And he only copied. There was 21. I think 21 parts to that series, and he only copy striked the last 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
he must have not liked the ending I got.
yeah, who knows? If you
just
haven't seen the ending, go check it out right now. It's pretty wild.
see. I just imagine some Russian guy sitting behind his computer, navigating through YouTube, constantly refreshing the page, looking up Detroit Become Human.
Yeah. It's like why would you even copy strike a channel with 16 subscribers?
16 subscribers.
Like,
you already know we're not monetized.
Yeah, really.
Because to copy strike us, he had to watch the video. I think.
And even though he like might have only gotten like a couple cents off of the views that we'd get on it, like it's still like I'm not gonna let that stand.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It sucks so much.
It's basically theft.
It is, because with bigger YouTubers, when that happens, and they keep those views, like with Mr. Beast, those views keep going in, they get to keep all that money that they technically stole.
YouTube needs to fix that.
YouTube's been a catastrophe with its copyright content for a very long time.
It's no bueno.
Something needs to change. And now the EU Article 13 is passed. You saw that, right?
Yeah, but that only affects them.
Yeah.
It's over there in Britain, so I'm fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, our content won't be available over there.
Oh, so we're losing
Yes.
them.
Yes. If it's copyrightable content.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever let baby boomers or old people be in charge of internet laws, they know nothing about the internet.
Well, you have that, and then you have Ajit Pai, who wants the internet to be like freaking cable.
No. Internet already is like cable.
The internet is like the wild.
Gotta pay $40 a month.
The Wild West days of the internet are definitely on the way out. It's becoming so much more controlled now, I feel like.
We need to let the millennials and Gen Z take over the rules for the internet.
Kenny's running for public office this year, if you couldn't tell already.
Yeah. Frick. Dude, it makes me mad. All these old people. Like, you look at all the court hearings for when Facebook was going through their thing,
Mm-hmm.
and Mark Zuckerberg, they're all these old guys with gray hair who don't know anything about what they're talking about.
Yeah. You gotta keep in mind, these are the same people who say that, video games always cause you to go kill each other and that. And
cause violence.
some countries are, like, suggesting to put a tax that's super high on video games, like the same taxing that's on alcohol and cigarettes.
That's retarded,
but,
bro.
like, the key piece is, like, if you are a mentally sound person, you're going to be fine.
Well, it's 2019. About half of the world isn't mentally sound. So
yeah, you're right. I guess that's the thing.
Chris, if you're watching this, sorry. Anyways.
I never... why would... No, I told you it wasn't Chris before.
It wasn't Chris?
No, it was a different one.
My bad.
Apologize to Chris right now.
Chris, I'm sorry again.
Chris, I'll make sure to get that approval proposal in by Thursday.
Yeah. Also, Chris, give Samuel an A on his next project, all right?
Yes, please.
Please and thank you.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about April Fool's Day. We've talked about Article 13.
And a bunch of old guys.
And a bunch of old people who...
And Chris.
And Chris, my instructor at college. Do you have any other topics you'd like to talk about today? Anything that's on your mind? You want to talk about your time off possibilities?
What?
Do you want to talk about our vlog
What
proposals?
we're gonna do? Okay, so,
not like what we're actually gonna do, but like that it's in the motions.
It's in the motions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So possibly in May, I could go back to Wisco for a nice little visit, and BBA is gonna have some live action vlogs coming out.
That's good. That's all we needed to hear. Is that
it's gonna be a party, and somebody's gonna get pantsed.
Somebody's gonna get pantsed?
Yeah.
That's nice. All right.
Public humiliation is the best.
Public humiliation is key. And Kenny's invested in a cam recorder for us.
I have, yes.
I have my phone
and a mic.
And a mic, a shotgun mic. So we're gonna get multiple views of this stuff going on. So better camera angles.
There's gonna be lots of singing too, so be prepared.
What's singing? You mean? I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Well,
yeah.
This is it for today's episode. I bet you guys...
That was a real short one.
I bet you guys are pleased. But at least we didn't ramble on about Scooby-Doo for half an hour, so you're welcome for that.
I mean, if you guys complain, next time I will rant about Scooby-Doo for a half hour.
Yeah, because we could always do that every podcast.
I wish we could do that every podcast.
Yeah.
I could do it. I'll do it right now.
You should do your own podcast.
No thanks.
The Scooby-Doober podcast.
Like Scooby. Like Scoob.
All right. Well, we'll be seeing you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? They coming on Tuesday now?
Yeah, they're coming out Tuesday because your days off have changed.
I mean, we could still do it Saturday and then just record the new podcast Sunday. Or Monday. We'd still have them come out on Saturdays.
Well, you see, the thing with that is that there's like basically a whole week in between when we'd record and upload it then. And a lot of stuff can happen between that time.
Exactly. That's more stuff to talk about.
No, I mean, like, but it might be irrelevant. Or we might be, like, talking about a news story that's been resolved by then. And we're going to be getting the stories a week late, so that's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
It'd be smart to make a change.
All right.
One more thing before we go. you got to check out the Big Boys Anonymous fandom that we created.
It's link will be in the description for this in YouTube.
Don't mess it up.
So, yeah, don't mess with anything. We worked real hard on that.
Yeah, we've basically spent all day on it. So
it's been like 9 hours.
Basically, yeah. So check that out. Enjoy it. Learn a little bit about the lore, about us, about our founders.
The founding fathers of BBA.
The founding fathers. And yeah, so we'll catch you on the next podcast.
On the flip side.
On the flip side.
See ya.